The first part of lesson 28 involves fractional parts of a number, and the very first thing we want to talk about is our keywords is and of. Is, whenever you see the word is, look down here at our first example, 3/4 of what number is 69. That word is means equal. So right off the bat, whenever you see the word is, as you set up your equation, that's where it's balanced. That means equal. Of means multiply. Sometimes we see x in algebra and we start to think it means the variable x, but no, in this case it means we're going to multiply. So of means there's going to be some multiplication. And then we fill in what's left here. What's left for our equation? We've got 3/4 of what number. We'll say Wn for what number. That's our variable or our unknown. So 3/4 of what number is 69. Our goal is to find out what the number is. So think of getting Wn by itself on one side of the equation. Do we have Wn by itself on one side of the equation? No. What are we doing to poor little Wn? Multiplying 3/4. How do we undo that? We divide by 3/4. But when we divide by a fraction, we actually multiply by its reciprocal. So we multiply by 4/3, what we do to one side of an equation, we do to the other. These all reduce to 1. 1 times Wn is Wn. Wn equals 69 times 4/3. And so we just got to find out what this is. We can reduce here. 3 goes in here 23 times. 23 times 4 is going to be 80. Using the distributive property from mental math, really we're taking 20 plus 3, because that's the same thing as 23, times 4, 80 plus 12. Wn equals 92. So we set up an equation using the keywords is and of. Let's do another one. I like to find the word is first. That is going to center my equation. Something is 24. Well, what's 24? Here's of. Something of 40 is 24. That's what we're going to be find. Or what we're going to find. What fraction of 40 is 24? We're trying to get Wf by itself on one side of the equation. We don't have that. We're multiplying it by 40. How do we undo that? Divide by 40. What we do to one side, we do to the other. Wf equals 24 over 40. Let's start with dividing by, if we just did 2 over 2, we'd end up with 12 over 20. 2 over 2 again. We end up with 6 over 10. 2 over 2 again. We end up with 3/5. Would have been a lot faster to start with. Oops, not 3/8, 3/5. Had the word 8 in my brain because we should have divided by 8 right off the bat here. We'd gotten to 3/5 in one step. Alright, one more example. 2.5 of 240 is what number? This is our favorite kind of these types of problems, because something is what number. When we start to set up this equation, we realize we've got 2.5, 2.5 of 240 is what number. This is our favorite type of equation because we say our goal is always to get Wn by itself, or the unknown on one side of the equation. We already have that. So all we have to do is simplify this other side. Rather than multiplying 240 times 2.5, not that that would be hard, I'm going to say what's 2 240s. I know that that's going to be 480, and then a half of 240. A half of 240 is 120. So to me, I think this is a little bit faster because this is 480, 580, 600. If we multiplied this out, we'd find out that it also is going to hopefully be 600. This is the first half of the lesson, fractional parts of a number, and I think we'll start a second video up to go through functional notation.